Ever wonder why one glass of wine can knock you out of ketosis for days? It's not about carbs. Your liver literally slams the brakes on fat burning. In this video, I'll show you the exact cellular traffic jam that happens inside your liver when alcohol shows up. You won't look at happy hour the same way again. Hi everyone, my name is Marc Bates. I'm a metabolic health coach. This is part of my question and answer series. Why alcohol wrecks your ketosis? The liver jam explained. Liver traffic jam explained. Okay, let's get to the question. You've painted a clear picture of why alcohol hits women harder in ketosis. But I'm curious about the liver's decision-making process here. When someone in ketosis drinks alcohol, you mentioned the liver prioritizes alcohol metabolism over ketone production. Can you walk me through exactly what's happening at the cellular level? Why does the liver make this choice? What does that metabolic traffic jam look like inside hepatocytes, liver cells? Well, that's an excellent question, and you're absolutely right to call it a metabolic traffic jam. The liver in ketosis is already working like a master conductor. It's regulating fatty acid oxidation, gluconeogenesis, and ketogenesis simultaneously. But once alcohol enters the system, everything else hits a red light. Let's zoom into a hepatocyte, a liver cell, and walk through what happens biochemically. So step 1, ethanol enters. Priority override engaged. When ethanol is consumed, it enters the liver via the portal vein and is immediately prioritized because ethanol is toxic and cannot be stored. The liver is the primary and only significant site of detox. Evolution has trained the liver to drop everything when alcohol arrives. Think of alcohol as a hazmat alert. Cellular machinery shifts from normal operations to emergency mode. Okay, step 2. Alcohol is metabolized. Redox imbalance begins. The primary pathway, ethanol, via alcohol dehydrogenase, ADH turns into acetaldehyde via aldehyde dehydrogenase, ADLDH, turns into acetate. Acetate exported to tissues or converted to acetyl-CoA. But here's the metabolic grenade. Each of these reactions generates NADH from NAD+. Result, this massive rise in NADH and the NAD versus the NAD plus ratio in hepatocytes. This redox imbalance is the biochemical root of the traffic jam. And here's why. Step 3. NADH flood shuts down competing pathways. NAD plus is a required cofactor in several critical energy-producing processes. Beta oxidation of fatty acids, the citric acid cycle, also known as the TCA or Krebs cycle, ketogenesis, or gluconeogenesis. When NAD plus is depleted and NADH is in excess, fatty acids can't be oxidized efficiently. They pile up in the liver. Acetyl-CoA from fat can't enter the TCI cycle because citrate synthesis is inhibited. The liver stops converting acetyl-CoA into ketones. Instead, acetyl-CoA from alcohol is diverted into fat synthesis, lipogenesis. Conclusion: the liver switches from fat burning and keto making to detox mode, conserving resources to clear the alcohol load. Step 4. Metabolic rewiring equals fat buildup plus glucose suppression. This has several knock-on effects. Ketogenesis halts because there's too much NADH and too little acetyl-CoA entering ketone pathways. Fatty acids accumulate, leading to transient hepatic steatosis, fatty liver. Gluconeogenesis is suppressed, further draining blood glucose levels. Why? Lactate turns into pyruvate, which gets converted into glucose requiring NAD+, which is in short supply, so you shut down the entire train there. This is why some people, especially women in ketosis, can experience profound hypoglycemia after alcohol intake even hours later. Step 5. Acetate becomes brain fuel, but it's not stable. As ketone production halts, acetate from alcohol metabolism gets exported and becomes a temporary fuel for muscles and the brain. But acetate is volatile, short-lived, and not regulated like ketones or glucose. Once it's gone, the brain experiences a fuel crash, which contributes to hangxiety, brain fog, cravings, and fatigue. Okay? So, Why the liver chooses this route? There's an evolutionary triage. The liver doesn't prefer alcohol, it triages it. Alcohol is acutely toxic. Fat and ketone production are elective. The body can delay ketogenesis for hours. It cannot afford to leave ethanol unmetabolized. In essence, detoxification becomes the liver's singular focus, and all other metabolic functions are deprioritized. As you can see by the chart, ketogenesis is inhibited, beta oxidation is suppressed, gluconeogenesis is suppressed, the TCA cycle is slowed, alcohol detox is the priority pathway, and lipogenesis is increased. So these are all the bad things that happen with alcohol, right? Okay, so here's a visual metaphor for you to think about. Imagine the hepatocyte as a freeway during rush hour. Ketone production lanes are flowing. Fat oxidation and gluconeogenesis lanes are merging smoothly. Then suddenly a convoy of hazmat trucks, representing ethanol, crashes through, blocking exits and rerouting traffic. Police, the enzymes, divert all resources to clearing the accident. Meanwhile, all of the drivers, fats and amino acids, are stuck, idling, or turned away. It's not a good set of stuff. Okay, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. If you have questions or comments, please leave them in the appropriate section. Remember, we are a community here. I'm here to answer your questions and help us all learn together. If you have a specific issue or an idea you want me to cover, leave it in the comments as well. I appreciate that. If you haven't done so, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It helps it out a great deal, and you might be helping somebody that you know. Thank you so much.